Just want to briefly tell you about how to use this module for spreadsheets. So, first thing here, we have this reference sheet, and you at first it won't make a lot of sense to you, but as you go deeper into the modules, I just want to remind you it's there because you might forget. And it's here's what it's going to look like. It's going to have all your formulas that you're going to use, which aren't a whole lot. And it's going to have a lot of good tips. So if you're getting error messages as you're making spreadsheets, you're going to try to get used to coming back here and checking because I would say 95% of every mistake you could make is going to be covered in this little list right here because most mistakes are pretty common. And I've dealt with them enough that I kind of know what you're going to run into. Now, as you go through here, here's what's going to count and what's not, but you got to be careful to make sure you do everything. So while we're talking about that, I want to make sure you're going to modules so that you see everything laid out just like I've got it here and just like I intend you to see it. If you get used to going to assignments, you're going to miss a whole lot of stuff here. You're going to get things for a grade, and they're not going to make any sense to you. So make sure you go to modules and go through these things in order. They're very deliberately laid out for you, so they'll make sense. So I'm just coming down to pick one. Here's hiking log. This is one you'll get to pretty soon. First thing up is a tutorial. I'm going to have videos to talk you through most of these things, especially if there's some new skill involved. Um, Sometimes it's just purely directions because they're pretty straightforward. But if there's a video, no, there's no grade, but it tells you what to do and it's worth your time to watch it. Next, you're going to find directions. Those will just be documents and they're just step by step directions. Here's the one for that particular assignment. Then you'll see the spreadsheet. We're learning about spreadsheets, so there'll be a spreadsheet for each one of these. So there's the one for hiking log. And that's not going to make much sense unless you use it with the directions at the same time and go through step by step. Then it'll make sense what to do. Again, if you get stuck, go back and check out the video and it'll give you more insight of what to do. All right. There'll be an answer key attached to everything. So pull up the directions, pull up the sheet, use the directions to complete it. When you're done, or if you get stuck, there is an answer key available to you for all of these. And so there's the answer key for hiking log. That'll be what yours will look like when you get done if you do it right. So there, after you do all that stuff, the only thing that actually counts for grade is the little assessment at the end. It's got a little rocket beside it. So if you see a rocket, that's what counts for points. But if you just jump straight to that, you're probably not going to know how to do any of it. So go through and do the assignment, do the pieces, make sure you understand what's going on before you take on the assessment part. And at the very end, there's an assessment that covers all of the spreadsheet stuff. So just make sure you're going to modules and that you're completing these in order. And then don't forget about your reference sheet back up here at the top as if you run into mistakes or as you go deeper into the stuff and try to remember what formulas you've used.